What the hell are you all doing? We're behind schedule on the recovery. It's ruining the reputation of the Central Department of Integration. Look, I know better than anyone that 44 is a first-class special agent. Given her abilities, I never expected things to go exactly the way we wanted them to. But it's been 2 weeks since we've heard anything of her. We've been in the dark for far too long. It's inexcusable! Every piece of information you've given me has proven completely useless. It's been a total waste of our time and resources. Come on, people. At this rate, I won't be recommended for the presidential nomination next term. Perhaps if you showed a little initiative and enthusiasm, I might be more inclined to keep some of you around to reap the benefits if and when I do get elected. Well, do you understand what I'm saying? I said, do you understand?
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
Pay attention. You see this? This is what you've given me so far. 1,228 cases. They've all been thoroughly examined without providing any possible leads. Now, look at this. This is everything you dismissed without reporting for one reason or another. 3,227 cases. I went over each and every one of them personally.
But sir, they were dismissed because the information was considered irrelevant.
I was desperate enough to see for myself. At the end of the day, it's my career that's on the line, and even the slightest oversight would be detrimental. I stayed up 2 nights going over this. And then I finally found it. Which of you obtained information on the 12th planet of the Guinness Galaxy?
That was me, sir.
And why did you ignore it?
Well, what I meant to do was...
Never mind your excuses. Present the information to everyone.
Yes, sir.
So, Daxus, what will you do?
As you all know, the 12th planet of the Guinness Galaxy has many mining sites for magnetite ore. Because of this, it's a planet where an overwhelming number of laborers gather for work. Recently, some unidentified men arrived on the planet and claimed they were officials sent by the Central Department of Integration in search of 44. They used this cover to force their way into one of the sites. However, the mine collapsed and they were all killed in the accident. And that's all the information I have.
And yet we haven't sent anyone from our department to that planet, have we?
No, sir, we haven't. It was discovered that those men were notorious bounty hunters, and the so-called accident occurred in a closed-off section of the mine, which leads us to believe their deaths were deliberate.
I see. And that's why you dismissed it.
Yes, sir. Not only is there the department's retrieval order, but the Phage Liberation Forum is also after 44. There have been numerous reports of bounty hunters causing problems as they search for her. So we assumed this incident was related to that. Well, we didn't think this information was worth wasting your time with, Director.
Oh, really? Well then, I suppose you thought there was nothing to report in regards to this image either.
Huh?
What about him? Didn't anyone check to see who this man was? He's only 44's personal physician! When you want something done well, you have to do it yourself.
Look me up and down. You would be forgiven if I had a taste. You see everything you're missing now. Oh, I'd hate to see this moment go to waste. I don't really care if you're not single. We can lose each other just a little. No one has to know if we're together. Come on, let me be your guilty pleasure. Everything will change in just a minute, but there's nobody else when we're in
Everybody, listen up! That means you workaholics in group number 3! Get over here! According to the clock, work's done for the day. I want you all to gather at Bar 16 to celebrate the arrival of the newcomers! There's no cover charge. I convinced the company that they should splurge on a welcome party. You rookies better be there. Sound good, guys? Especially you, Maria. You've gone through a lot with the senior workers. Use this opportunity to get cozy and make better friends with everyone.
Hey, we're not supposed to know each other when we're at work, remember? It's too dangerous for you to come find me underground.
I had to.
Is that group leader giving you trouble again?
I'm not sure what to do. What he said earlier is still bothering me. How does he know me?
You're right, it is troubling. I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper into it. Meanwhile, try not to stress.
Are you sure?
Hey, it'll be fine. This guy probably doesn't even know about me.
Sorry for interrupting. You're one of the new guys from the other section, aren't you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am.
Well then, I'd like to invite you to our group's welcome party, seeing as you're Maria's friend and all. How about it? You coming? You have nothing to worry about, my friend. I won't tell anyone you're a doctor. Huh. So, is that a yes? Are we decided? I'll be waiting. It's at Bar Tennessee Waltz. Wait, no. It's at Bar 16.
Whoever that guy is, he's dangerous. He poses a major threat. If anything bad were to happen, well, I'd take care of him somehow. And that means you'd have to run 44. You got it?
I don't understand what he's up to. Don't you think if he was planning to turn us in for the reward money, he would have done it already?
True, but it's still best not to give him any opportunities.
He said, don't you make enough money already? And I said, are you kidding? I only get enough for the bare essentials. You know, the lottery ticket, the beer, the bets on the races, the beer, the women, and oh yeah, the beer!
What'd you say? It's so vivid. The blowing wind mixed with sand and spattering rain. It howls as it tears through my soul. Then it's the snow that always follows. I can't stand the snow. It chills me to the bone. I gotta admit, it makes for some beautiful sunrises glistening over that pure white landscape. What did you think? It was quite the drunken mess, wasn't it? You seem lost for words. Were they that offensive? You should cut them some slack. Be a little more open-minded. My crew is made up of especially hard-edged men. It's as if they were drawn to each other. That's right. Murderers, ex-cons, guys with arrest warrants, all who've made it this far without getting caught. They're a group that don't have the luxury to enjoy the sunshine like the rest of society. So, that's why they go wild whenever they can. And after all, they're just letting off a little steam. Well, see ya. Good night.
Wait a second. Before you go, answer a question for me. What makes you so sure I'm the person you say I am?
If you're like me, if you spend your life creeping around in the dark like I do, you start wanting a thing called hope. The truth is, you've been my hope for a very long time. Compared to me, a low-class clone that was created to block bullets on the front line, you're so radiant. You're the government's finest, almost too bright to look at. You're talented, efficient at your work, and on top of that, you're beautiful. There is no way I wouldn't be attracted to you as a fellow clone. So, you really shouldn't be frightened of me finding out your true identity. I haven't yet fallen so far in this life as to sell you out to anyone. Well then, this time it's good night for real, Maria.
Currently passing the gravity zone of the third solar system, approaching the black hole of planet Alpha in 60 seconds.
Switching to dimensional compression warp, selecting procedure 63-4, requesting clearance, confirming data, and activating the operation controls.
Activated. Activated.
All controls have been activated.
Chief, after we pass through the black hole, we will be in the middle of the Guinness Galaxy. You'll be able to see the Coffin of Despair with your own eyes.
Very well. Proceed, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Counting down. 3, 2, go.
Hello? This is the Oval Office.
Hello. Is the President there? This is Daxus from the Department of Integration. I'd like to inform him of an emergency situation. Mr. President, hello. I believe we haven't had a chance to speak since we met at the party the other night. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, sir, that's right. I would like to borrow your army. One army division, if possible. If not, then one battalion. Yes, completely armed.
Accessing planet area complete. Continuing operation.
Maria, it's me! Open up!
It's not locked, Garcia. You can come in.
44! Are you all right?
I'm so cold. It's like there's ice water running through my veins. I'm too weak to get up. And I think there's something wrong with my eyes. I can't focus. This is the end, isn't it?
Don't panic, 44. You're just having your first seizure, that's all. It's caused by the type SR hemophage. I know exactly what to do. Don't worry.
That's right. You warned me about this. The seizures that signal my demise. I wonder how many I'll have before the lights go out permanently.
I've reviewed the data, but nothing's conclusive. There are cases in which the first seizure killed the person, but there are also several patients who are still living even after having multiple seizures. Okay, I'm going to remove the toxic solutes from your blood using hemodialysis. You'll feel better soon.
I've been waiting for you. Where have you been?
Hey now, easy. I'll have you know that I ran here as fast as I could. My heart's still pounding.
Really?
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, you're right. It's beating hard. You must be out of shape.
Come on. How are you feeling now?
Much better, thanks. It's a good thing I'm on the late shift today.
Mine number 3?
Mm-hmm.
You up for it?
People might ask questions if I took the day off.
You're right.
Listen, everybody! All you laborers from mine number 3, gather over here. Come on, let's go. I haven't got all day. Don't waste my time. Okay, boys. I'm transferring you all to a new excavation site today. It's site number 18, located in the deepest part of this mine, 500 meters below ground. All that shiny magnetite is waiting for you there!
I was able to access the data files in the Information Bureau, and I looked up some things about that section chief, the guy who calls himself Sakuza. It took me by surprise. That guy isn't just eccentric. Records show that he's the central figure in one of the most shocking incidents in the government's military history. It happened 10 years ago in 2122, during the War of Independence in Bermuda. Sakuza had been enlisted as a common soldier of the central government, known as number 6030. He was, of course, one of many clone soldiers created for the war effort. The progress of the battle itself was a constant ebb and flow, as the fighting was prolonged by fierce resistance from Bermudian troops. The government army panicked when the surrender of the opposition didn't come swiftly, so they began a reckless operation. They ordered the clone soldiers to charge into the enemy front lines over and over again. The soldiers were killed one by one. They were treated as nothing more than disposable products. But there was one man who didn't stay quiet. One night, clone number 6030 snuck into the Operation Headquarters tent and confronted the officers.
What are you doing here?
You guys are completely insane, giving us orders to repeatedly charge in like this. How many hundreds? No. How many thousands of clone lives do you need to waste before you're satisfied?
Clones are DNA copies. We can easily replenish our supply of them by mass-producing more back home.
When 6030 heard the commander's words, he exploded. Within 10 seconds, he single-handedly killed every officer in that tent. And then he fled. Other clone soldiers responded. Most of them broke away from the front lines and began fleeing in hopes of catching up with 6030. Because of that, the central government immediately proposed a ceasefire with the Bermudian army. A treaty was established and the government's remaining troops were told to hunt down the men who had gone AWOL. Many of the clone soldiers were caught near the battlefield and punished accordingly. Now, 10 years later, there's still about 100 soldiers on the run, including 6030. This incident is still treated as highly classified information because the central government's reputation was tarnished. Investigations into this case continue to this day under the radar. It just goes to show these are brutal times. Not only the phages, but also clones are being treated badly.
Okay, everyone, this is it here, Excavation Site 18. Now, you all know that there are shiny little bits of magnetite in the ground just waiting for you guys to dig them up, right? I'm counting on you to do your best. Let's earn some money!
I couldn't stop thinking about what Garcia had told me. We certainly live in desperate times. It's this era of violence and paranoia that made it possible for me to exist in the first place. But why do I exist? What am I living for? And more importantly, what am I prepared to die for? After learning more about Sakuza, I started to envy him. At least his rebellion accomplished something. He saved the lives of more than 100 of his fellow clones. I don't have anything like that to fight for. I'll probably live out the last of my days here, working in the darkness and filth of these mines. Is this really all that's left for me? It can't be. It just can't.
Oh, Maria, good job as always. Working hard, looking good.
Dispatch forces to every mining plant immediately and order them to suspend operations. Begin the investigation right away. Compare all workers' ID with their corresponding data files within the Department of Integration. And arrest anyone who refuses to cooperate.
Hey, did I just hear someone call my name? I guess that's impossible.
What did I do with yesterday? How did I let it fade away? I'm waking up, I'm falling down. Can't catch my breath, I hit the ground. I try to walk away, but I lost my feet. I try to say goodbye, but I just can't speak. I'm falling down. You're all that I can see. I'm falling down, and I'm empty. I'm falling down. You're all that's left of me. I'm falling down, and I'm empty. God only knows how far I'll go.
Tormented by the fear of being exposed as a special agent, 44 confronts Sakuza before it's too late. Only then does she discover that he is an ally, a fellow clone soldier wanted by the central government. But her moment of comfort is short-lived. Daxus II is only minutes away from arriving on the coffin of despair. Next time on Ultraviolet Code 44, Raids.